Yes, sir. Welcome everybody. Welcome all the
Hello, Mazel Tov.
yes, sir.
Pick up
First,
time. There you go. There you go. Boom.
Yep. Right.
Mm-hmm.
what did Carol Baskin say? It's like welcome all you young cats and dolls. What'd she say?
Carol Baskin, man. I'm Team Joe Exotic
Yes, sir.
all day, every day, baby. It's the
So
craziest thing in the world.
you seen that? Everybody seen that?
Was
Yeah,
that?
who
The
is
the Tiger
King?
King?
I seen Tiger
Tiger
King,
King.
a
No,
couple
I haven't seen it
episodes,
yet.
not the whole thing, but a
Rome,
couple.
you missing out. You gotta watch the whole
Yeah,
thing.
Rio keeps telling me to watch it. I haven't
You
seen it
gotta
yet.
watch it.
Yo, you talking about uh, uh, a white dude with a mullet. The mullet is bleached. Not only is the
Two
mullet
husbands,
bleached,
man.
he
Beach the mullet.
he from Oklahoma and he gay. He got two
Two
husbands.
husbands, yeah.
Two
Got two
of 'em.
husbands. This is in Oklahoma, by the way, and he got 200 plus fucking cats. And I'm not talking about meow. I'm talking about some big boys. He got,
Tigers.
Wow.
Tigers, lions.
yeah. More tigers though, but yeah, he might got a few lions and whatnot, but like primarily tigers and shit like that. And he be doing his own promo. The dude ran for governor. I mean, come on.
You serious?
And he
Yeah.
always got a knee brace. You know what I'm saying? Like he Andrew Bynum. You know what I'm saying? Like he already got a knee brace. He's rocking out. You know what I'm saying?
He's also a country music legend as well.
Oh, he
by
is
the
though.
way.
He does have a hit. He does have a
rumor
hit.
is that's not him singing on those tracks.
Oh.
What, he wrote the music or something?
Yeah, I think he wrote the music.
Well, he had a recording studio on his property before it got burned down.
Yeah, he got a zoo on his property. You know, he got everything. He got a little bit of Michael Jackson. Mm-hmm.
All right, fellas. All right,
Yeah,
let's go
no
ahead
bubbles.
let's go ahead and hop into this first topic. So what we'll do, I think we'll start off with a sports one. This was a pretty big one that kind of broke, this week. As we all know, the GOAT, Tom Brady, officially
man.
signed with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers,
Mm.
and somehow, some way, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have finagled and finessed the Patriots into trading a retired player and a draft pick over to them, Mr. Rob Gronkowski, which is arguably I would say probably one of the top. I say safe to say
Top
top
three?
5 tight ends of all time
Okay, that's accurate.
out of retirement. So, what are you guys' thoughts on that?
I have a question.
Oh shit!
How can you trade somebody who's retired?
Didn't know it was
You
possible
could.
until now.
It's gonna sound like some slavery ownership, but they got the rights to him. So they had the rights for 2 more years of Rob Gronkowski, if I'm not mistaken. So they own the rights to him. So they were going to trade him to the Detroit Lions last year.
Mhm.
So what happened was he was like, "Fuck it, I'm not playing for the Lions. I'm going to retire." So he threatened retirement. Obviously, they don't have no leverage.
Mhm.
If the Lions know that he's going to retire, they're not going to get no power for the trade. So he essentially retires. He don't want to play for the fucking Lions. Why would he play for the Lions? And then the Bucs obviously get Brady. And he's like, I'm unretiring. The Patriots still own the rights for him. And he's like, yo, set me up with Tom. And so they traded a 7th round pick for a 4th, right? Got them?
Yeah.
That's correct.
Yeah, so yeah, he's only young. He's about to turn 31. He's still got like a few more years in the tank. Mm-hmm.
What are your thoughts, Gato?
How
What
you
are your
feel,
thoughts?
Gato?
I feel like, man, to me, I don't want to get into the speculation, man, or any kind of, any kind of thing that I can't really prove as far as with empirical data, right?
You do it
But
all the time with your conspiracy theory shit.
But hey, that Kobe stuff was for real. I ain't lie,
right,
Think
yeah.
about it. But I ain't gonna go down that rabbit hole right now. But,
Don't go down the rabbit hole, Alice.
you know what I mean? But I would say this. I feel like, because we all know Robert Kraft loves Tom Brady. So I would say his hand was in that, man, because I know how Bill Belichick is as far as leading in contracts and stuff like that. He's very hard-nosed when it comes to contracts and the handling of players. So I feel like Robert Kraft has something to do with that. The same way he had something to do with it before when they wanted to let Brady go and keep Garoppolo. Belichick wanted Garoppolo, not Brady. But Robert Kraft said no. So I have a feeling that he has something to do with that. His hands was in that to help out Tom Brady, man. Because I don't think there's no way in hell Bill Belichick wanted that to go. There's no way.
Yeah, I love it because I'm a big Tom Brady guy, and I fucks with Gronk as well. So I think that Bill Belichick is known for trading or releasing a player 2 years soon than 1 year too late, right? That's his whole motto.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So if you think about it, I mean, Gronk hasn't played for a year. He leaned down a little bit. Did get healthy though. So it was Bill Belichick. It's been noted that Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft, they don't always see eye to eye. Mr. Kraft essentially does a lot of football operation business with his heart. You know what I mean? And Bill Belichick is more methodical and straight with his brains.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think he wanted to trade I don't think he cared about what Gronkowski was doing. He wanted to have a little more leverage for a 7-4-4. But Gronkowski fucks heavy with the owner, and he loves that. He got a house down in Tampa, so it makes it a little easier. He likes to party, love that weather. And he said he would never play for another quarterback besides Brady. So I think it's a perfect match. It's a perfect marriage. And I just can't wait for the season to open up. It's gonna be interesting, man.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're gonna do with it's JB Howard. That's his name for the tight end for the Bucs.
OJ Howard. Yep. OJ Howard.
Yep. I'm sorry, OJ Howard. Yeah. So he's solid, man. But they're gonna have and I love what they did today. I don't know if we're gonna touch on that, as far as trading up a pick and getting Kirk's that lineman, from Iowa. He's amazing, man. He's almost 6'5", 320, run a 4.8. Man, he can jump. He literally jumped. It's a video of him. This kid is 320 plus pounds, 6'5". He jumped out of a 4-foot high pool and into the, into the floor. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
That's
crazy.
crazy.
That's insane. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be interesting, man. He's interchangeable too. Can play right tackle and left tackle. We'll see how it goes, man. But going back to the Gronk and Bucs situation, man, I think it's gonna be dope, man.
So
what's up, bro? What you got, baby? Give it a go.
I don't know.
What's up, Raphiki?
All right, so to piggyback on that same topic, so what do you guys think the Bucs' chances are now as far as winning the Super Bowl with them getting Gronkowski now?
I think
going to the chip.
I wouldn't say this year. I would say maybe next year. I would say I could see the Bucs winning 11 games because they're in a tough division. If they do really well in their division, I could see them going to the chip because remember they got to pay Drew Brees twice a year. They got to play against Atlanta twice a year. Carolina's not the same as they were before.
Yeah,
but they are in a tough division. So they may have a couple, maybe 3 or 4, maybe 2-3 losses in that division alone, and maybe I'll say 2 or 3 elsewhere. So I'm looking at 11-5. So I don't know. It depends, man. It really depends. 'Cause they got Mike Evans, man. He's probably top 3 in the league receiver. So he dominant alone, even without
Mike
Gronk.
Evans is top 3.
Ooh, he's one of them dudes. You just throw the ball up, man. He gonna grab it. I think he had 1,500 yards last year.
I think it was 13.
If I'm correct.
I don't know if Mike Evans is top 3. I mean, we can go another way. Top 3.
I say Julio. Because Antonio Brown ain't around no more. So I say Julio.
Antonio Brown will play this year.
I think so.
You think so?
But I say last year because AB didn't play. I say Julio, Mike Evans, and what's his name? DeAndre Hopkins.
100%.
Top 3.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Hopkins.
Wait, wasn't that guy Gronk? That's the guy who always spikes the ball, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the what?
Wasn't he?
Yeah.
Wasn't he just on
WrestleMania?
Masked Singer.
Yeah.
He was.
He was. He's a Masked Singer, yeah.
Horrible.
He was also.
I didn't see it.
I didn't see it either. But
I don't know how he went 5 rounds, man. I don't know how, man.
I was like, really? Every time I watched it, I was like, why is he still here?
And they eliminated Lil Wayne the first time, bro. The first episode.
Yeah. I'm like, really? I'm like,
Lil Wayne got eliminated the first round?
Yeah,
man.
Oh, man.
Gronkowski went 5 rounds, bro. 5 episodes.
And you're like, serious. You're watching it, and you see him compete against all these people, and you're just like, hold up.
I knew it was him the whole time, too.
Why is he still here? Like, this dude is trash.
Hey, he also was the host for WrestleMania this year, so if that counts.
That's right.
Was he?
Yeah.
Oh, no, I haven't seen
That's
it.
major street career right there, man.
Wait, didn't they have WrestleMania with no audience?
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah, man, the times we live in.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
All right, well, sweet fellas, we're going to step onto the next topic. Let's do another sports topic. So who do you guys think is the most underrated player in NBA history?
I don't know, but I know the most impressive dunk I've ever seen.
All right, let's hear that one, Rome.
What's
What you
that?
got?
About the strongest man in the world, Sexual Chocolate.
Mark Henry?
Yeah.
He dunked?
Oh yeah, he
Yeah.
has. I seen that.
I ain't never seen
I
that.
was like,
That shit was
what?
impressive. 400-pound dunking.
Yeah.
When did he
Huh.
do? When did he do this?
I don't remember when, but I saw a video not too long ago. I was like, what?
Really?
Yeah,
I
he
can
got
see
up
that
there.
though. You
You might
gotta
have to
think
pull
about
that
it.
up, Ralphie.
I'm gonna see if I can find that video.
So who did he dunk on? Rome? That's a trick question.
No, he didn't dunk on
Exactly.
anybody.
So wouldn't you say it's way harder to dunk on another human being than on yourself?
Yeah,
He
but
dunked on himself,
he could
goddammit.
dunk just that he can do it.
He
What
dunked
about
on
a
himself,
guy like-
Rio.
What about a guy like Spud Webb or who was watching me and the Webb Nate Robertson or something like that?
Do you
5'9",
see?
dunking on somebody.
Hold up. Yeah, but small people could jump. You see how heavy that dude
Hold
is?
on. What 5'9" you got? Jump like you jump.
If you keep trying,
If
eventually,
you keep trying, what is it, Aaliyah?
that first you don't succeed, try again. Shoot.
If you keep trying.
Yeah,
Hey, bro.
I'm telling you.
You know what we should do? We should live stream this. I bet you can't touch. Dan, can you hear me? Or
Say again?
we here still.
Oh shit, here we go.
Understand? Bro,
Here we go.
I bet you can't touch the rim.
Yes, I can.
We're gonna see.
Look at that.
You think you can touch the rim?
Yeah, you know what? Since he was talking crap the last time, I'm gonna play you on one-on-one.
Bro.
What y'all betting?
I don't know why you're laughing.
We should play horse. We should play horse.
No, we can play one-on-one. Why you want to play horse? Come on now.
Hey, we
Put
can
your
live
money-
stream it.
Put your money where your mouth is. Let's go.
Hey, y'all can put money on a
Look
horse
at that.
game.
Look at that. Really?
I don't know. That rim does look like kind of like lowered though. I ain't
It's
gonna
kind of
lie.
low, bro.
Really?
It do look like it's kind of lowered.
I think he did it.
He's
though.
not
Yeah.
jumping that high. I mean, it's still impressive that he's.
He got the
getting up
long
off the
arms
ground.
though.
Let's see.
Look.
I'll be able to tell off of this right here.
I think it's 10.
Oh, that's 10.
You think so?
I think
It's 10. Yeah. Cause he's 6'3", man, and the rim do look kind of high when you actually zoom into it.
I don't know. I think it's more impressive dunking on someone at 5'8". Just saying.
I mean, it is what it is.
Well,
I mean,
just-
I only ever dunked once in my entire life, so I can't really say much.
You done?
what, trampoline.
It was okay. You got jokes, huh? No, it was off of alley-oop for myself, basically.
You mean that where you used to live?
No, I'm talking about
Out
an
here?
actual regulation basketball court, senior year of high school.
And if you say you got, I believe it.
It was once. It never happened again.
Yo, so story time. You know who had some bounce? Yo, I went out to Virginia when I was like 15 or something like that, and went to this place called Newport News. And this dude, man, he was. I saw him and he was wearing like. You ever seen or Dennis Rodman? He was known for practicing in ankle weights. Back when we thought it was good for you in this accident athlete.
You get the fucked up knees.
My cousin, yo. He was always walking around with ankle weights. What's with this ankle weight, yo? This dude could jump out the gym. I don't know where he get this athletic from. And I was like, "Man, you play?" He was like, "Man, nah, I don't play." I couldn't believe him. I didn't know why he didn't play. His mom don't play. Shout out to Auntie. But
Oh.
yeah, the guy right there. Ryan Taylor could jump. He
Back
could jump.
then, I don't know about now.
Rum, this is what I'm saying, Rum.
What's up?
Hey, Rum, this is why I think you can't beat me.
Oh, here we go.
Because when we were playing at the Air Force Base, I felt like it was 4 against 5.
Again.
Hey, Rome, I
didn't
love you,
care.
man. I love you,
didn't
Rome.
Hold on. So you're basing this on one time that you see me play.
I test,
And that
baby. I'll tell you.
hold on. And that one time, I didn't even care.
No, what I'm saying is that, like you didn't.
And then on top of that, hold on. And on top of that, I was even wearing my shoes. The shoes I was wearing was 2 sizes too small. I was wearing Raphael's shoes.
Hey, I will give you that though. Hey, Rome did have about 40 rebounds that game though.
No, you didn't, bro.
What? What game were you in?
Yeah, like 6. Yeah, he had those Russell Westbrook rebounds.
Oh.
Those rebounds like anybody.
Hold on. And tell me, what did you have, Rio? I don't remember you making one bucket.
I made a few buckets, bro.
Did you?
It was 3 against 5.
Yeah, and you made not one bucket.
Of course, I made buckets. I think Ralphie led the team in scoring them. I'm not sure yet.
Pretty sure.
But
That was
again,
back when I was in shape.
1-on-1. Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. How much you want to play for?
I bet you 100.
All right, we heard it here, folks.
We heard it. And to everybody's credit, that day, man, it was so fucking hot they shut the strip down. It was so hot that day they shut the strip down. To everybody's credit.
Yeah,
So the fact
It
that
was hot.
they shut that motherfucker down.
yeah, it was 120 degrees inside the gym with the AC on.
Woo.
Pretty
So
hot, man. It was pretty hot.
yeah. All right, fellas. So back to the topic. So who do you guys think is the NBA's most underrated player all time? Go ahead, Rome. We'll let you take first stab at this. What do you think?
I don't know.
We got to come up with a name with this podcast that has to deal with to make this funny. Like when Rome not knowing shit about sports, the Veteran Sport Podcast. The West is like writing down different like stuff that we can name. Sports infantry, Gunner sports, soldier sports, armed brothers protecting your
We'll figure it out.
boot camp sport. I like some boot camp. It's something to do with Rome, making jokes like that. You go ahead, Rome.
Who's that one guy?
The team you play for.
What's his name? What's his name? Sean Kemp?
Okay.
Oh, that's a good one. He good one.
I think it's a good one.
Think
Good
he was
one.
underrated?
You think Sean Kemp underrated?
I think so. You don't really hear too much talk about him.
I agree.
I'll give you that.
Big time.
I'll give you that. He was definitely one of the best dunkers of all time.
You mean GP?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Definitely on one of the most underrated teams of all time. I could probably say that 94 to 97.
You saw that, Rome?
Sonics team.
Oh, sorry, man. Monaco kept messing with me.
I was like, what is that? But what about you, Gato? Who do you think is probably the most underrated NBA player of all time?
Damn, that's tough, man. I'm gonna have to say, I'm agree with Rome as one of my top picks, man. Is Sean Kemp, but I'm gonna say Rod Strickland's another one, man. He's definitely one of the most underrated players ever, man. Rod Strickland, and even though he got put in the Hall of Fame late after he died, a lot of people don't understand how great Dennis Johnson was. That dude was an amazing basketball player, man. And he won. People know him mostly for his time in Boston with Larry Bird. A lot of people don't know that he won a championship in Seattle before that, man. Before he got to Boston, man. And he didn't get to the Hall of Fame until after he died. So he's definitely one of the top, most underrated. And another one I'm gonna say is Bernard King, man. Bernard King's another one. Bernard King was a phenomenal ball player, but injuries ended his career pretty early. And the guy that that inspired Michael Jordan. What's his name, man? The one that Michael Jordan had at his Hall of Fame ceremony as his presenter. David Thompson. That's the dude, man. David Thompson.
Yeah.
That dude, man, he's the first athlete NBA.
Isn't that a comedian?
No. David Thompson. he was an NBA player as well, too. He's from North Carolina as well.
Comedian.
Yeah, he's from Now, that shit was comedic right there, Rome. But
No, I'm serious, though. Oh, no, that's David. It's Tomlinson, right? Something like that.
I think it's Tomlinson, man. No, it was LaDainian Tomlinson. That's who it was.
David Thompson. The most underrated player of all time. It's too easy.
Let's hear it.
LeBron James.
Oh, God.
LeBron James.
I just shit on myself.
He's getting the credit he deserves, man. We are not appreciating his greatness.
I'm about to sit up straight for this.
He does everything. I mean, not only is he essentially the coach, the GM, making deals with Clutch Sports, he's the best rebounder. He sets up. I'm talking about on the team.
Okay.
Best rebounder team. I mean, not with Anthony Davis though, but like he's best rebounder. But most of his career, he is the leader of the team. He scores. He does everything, man. He plays a little defense every now and then. He getting kind of old, getting up there. But he's the floor general. And I don't want to go against this Jordan LeBron thing. But he's the most underrated player of all time. We not appreciate his greatness. We have never seen anything like this before. He is the more athletic Magic Johnson. He's everything, man. He's everything.
I had some for that. Somebody that's more underappreciated than LeBron.
Please don't say my guy.
Ooh.
Who?
Bill Russell.
I wasn't gonna say Bill Russell, but
most disrespected champion of all time.
Bill Russell was playing against guys my height,
and he still was winning every year.
I hope you're winning if you're.
Wilt Chamberlain played in the same era as him.
Bill Russell was playing against guys athletic as Rome. If I played against guys like Rome, I'll be scoring 100,000 points a game too.
I'm just saying, he played 13 seasons, won 11 championships, and did all the stuff that you're saying LeBron did, and won all the time. He was the coach and player. Go ahead.
Comparing LeBron to – you can't compare that era.
But are you saying as far as most underrated and most disrespected? By far.
Bill Russell is always handing out the championship MVP trophy.
Yeah, but
underrated.
Name one person
Kareem should be handing out that trophy.
Really? He won almost twice. He won almost twice as many championships as Kareem.
Kareem won 6.
Kareem, best high school player of all time. Probably the best college, best coach, most winningest program, UCLA in 72, 73, 71. Just a straight winner. Most points ever scored. I mean, he's a straight winner, bro. Bill Russell can't hold a stick to the skill set of Kareem. Y'all don't know Kareem got the most unstoppable move of all time.
Skyhook by far.
I agree.
But this basically just validates my point. Like, how is it that a guy wins 11 championships over his career and isn't even in the top 20 in most people's list of the GOATs?
Because he's not even in the top 10 of points.
He don't have to be. He was the number one rebounder.
Top 10 of points?
I know why, Ralph.
I know why.
Because his whole entire starting 5 was Hall of Famers.
So was Larry Bird.
Yeah.
No, not the whole starting 5.
4 of the
not
5
Danny
guys.
Ainge. Danny Ainge was a Hall of Famer.
Okay.
He was solid though.
He was solid, but I mean, he's not a Hall of Famer.
But look at everybody else. It was DJ, him. You had McHale and Parrish, all Hall of Famers. All Hall of Famers.
That's before Bill Russell time. I mean, that's after Bill Russell.
I know, but I'm saying though.
Yeah, that's after Bill Russell. But I mean, come on, man. It's a different time. He was playing in the 60s and stuff like that. But he playing against some small dudes, man. He wasn't playing against those giants.
So you mean to tell me
every time he played against Wilt Chamberlain, Wilt Chamberlain had better stats.
Offensively.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing that happens. Of course, he's gonna score 40 points a game when he's the only scorer on his team. When Bill Russell probably scored 20 and grabbed like 30 rebounds in that same game.
You say he's underrated, you mean our generation don't talk about him?
Just in general, yeah. I mean, if you think about it, like, I don't think anybody ever mentions him in their conversation of like the top 5 or top 10 or even top 20 of all time.
Because he doesn't have those stats. He doesn't have numbers.
He averaged? I'm gonna pull up his stats real quick. I think he averaged
totals.
Let's see. Hold on. Well, yeah, he only played 13 seasons.
Kevin Durant only played 10. Different
era. But the thing is, though, you also got to deal with the whole recency bias stuff, though, too. Kevin Durant's the best, right? Well, people consider him as being one of the GOATs because he's won 2 of the last 3 years.
No, don't get me started on Kevin Durant.
Come on. But
how you joined? Don't get me started on KD.
Hey, but the thing that people don't, the thing that people seem to forget, LeBron did the exact same thing. Okay, hold on. And then also too, hold on.
Let's talk about it.
And then
talk about it.
KG, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen did the exact same thing as well too. And nobody ever faults them for that.
Quick question, Ralph.
Tick, tick, boom.
Go ahead.
Quick question, DJ Raphiki.
That's Will Smith right there.
How many games did?
Oh, shake, dude.
How many games did the Warriors win the year before KD came to the team?
73.
Okay. How many games? You already knew they were a great team, right?
They were definitely not the greatest of all time. And I kept saying that even before. I kept saying that even if they would have won the championship, they're not the greatest team of all time.
Okay, well that's up for debate. They top 5. They top 5. Okay. But how many games did the Miami Heat win in 2010 before LeBron went to the team? I got the number for you. They won 35.
47, sir.
They won 47 before? The year before?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's a lie.
Hold on, let me see. Let me make sure it's the right season. Oh, no, my bad.
Exactly. That's a lie.
But okay, but I think also too.
Whoa.
No.
So who's better? Real quick, who's better? Dwayne Wade, or Klay Thompson?
Are we talking about right now or when they were in their primes?
In their prime.
In their prime, I'll pick Dwayne Wade.
So who's better? Dwayne Wade or Steph Curry?
Steph Curry.
Who's better? Who's better? Chris Bosh, or Klay Thompson?
Depends. That's hard one though.
You
gotta come on. You gotta think. All right, Chris Bosh on the Raptors
question.
by himself though.
Got something else for you.
All right.
Who's better, Klay Thompson and Draymond Green, or taking Chris Bosh? That's not hit for there. That's a rhetorical question. We all know that you would take Draymond Green and a Klay Thompson versus Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
Who's better, Andre Iguodala or Haslam? Udonis Haslam. I can't believe you're thinking about this.
It depends on what you're using it for, because Haslam had one specific job to guard the other team's center.
9 points a game.
Yeah, and he guarded the other team's center. His only role was to just play defense and get rebounds. That was it.
His only role was just to get people hyped.
It worked.
No, it did. Oh, come on, Haslam. Okay, who would you take?
Udonis Haslam. He was the starting power forward and center for the Miami Heat pretty much his whole career.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I like Udonis Haslam, but come on now. LeBron didn't know that the team was going to be great.
What do you mean?
He didn't know. You never know. They always struggle the first year. Everybody struggles the first year.
He handpicked every single member of that team.
So why can't someone handpick? Why can't the players handpick in the when the GMs do it? It's all good.
No, we're not saying that. But the whole thing is everybody gets on Kevin Durant.
But Kevin Durant came to a team already made though. He already knows that
they didn't win. Huh? It wasn't. If they would have won the championship the year before, then yeah, I'd have been like, yeah, that was super weak. But they
won 2 years before him.
They didn't. They didn't win that year though.
No, but they won 2 years before him.
I understand that, but so he didn't join the team from 2 years before though.
I'm sorry, I think they won 1 year before him. They were already a championship team though before him.
But they lost.
But they already a championship team the year before.
But then what's the one thing that everybody always tries to no. But what's the thing you always bring up about that though is that they played against LeBron James when he had nobody. That's what your argument has always been about that though, right?
Yes.
So you're gonna give them credit now for a championship that you said that they really didn't get because they were playing against a bunch of nobodies.
No, I'm always gonna give someone credit to win a chip. It is what it is. When people get hurt, it is what it is. But what I'm saying is they got an MVP in his prime, already rocking and rolling. You were up 3-1 against a team. Everyone even Andre Iguodala said on Breakfast Club in New York. He said that the OKC Thunder was the best team that year. They just choked under pressure. Run it back. You're better than them. Run it back. Why not run it back? You're up 3-1.
Because he didn't want to be with Westbrook.
Because he didn't want to be with Westbrook.
That's facts. Look at the difference.
Now he don't want to be with Draymond Green. He don't know who he want to be with.
Come on, man. Like, hey, Draymond did call him crying, begging him to come play with him, though. And you also have to remember that same year that he joined them is when the salary cap jumped up. Like, they got like an extra like 30% or 40% on the salary cap that year, too. So they had the money to be able to get him.
But I just want to – you telling me the same thing as that – you telling me LeBron's situation was the same thing as KD's?
It is. He literally joined up with 2 future Hall of Famers, like no debate.
First off, Chris Bosh is not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Are you kidding me? If he would have retired
people
just
are too
after
laxy daisy when it comes to this Hall of Fame shit, man. Chris Bosh is not in the same league as Kobe Bryant.
Yeah, of course.
That's what I'm saying. We got to do tier levels. Okay, Kobe Bryant, KG, Tim Duncan, Michael Jordan, LeBron, Magic. Those are different tiers than Chris Bosh. Can we agree to that?
Yeah, easy. That's Mount Rushmore type
that
stuff.
That should be first tier. Just like the NFL do. That got to be first tier.
Okay.
Chris Bosh not a first-tier Hall of Famer.
Depends on who's going in that year, though.
Oh my, no. But I'm just saying though. Forget. That's what I'm saying. They should never have like we gotta put 7 guys in. No, if 7 guys ain't first-tier guys, don't let them go in. They can just tee up.
But look at his numbers though. 22-10 for his career before he joined them. That's not Hall of Fame numbers.
22-10
It's
is
not Hall
not
of Fame
first.
numbers.
It's not first ballot.
Top 15 in points, top 10 in rebounds every year before he joined them. That's not Hall of Fame stats.
He played with Toronto, and they never won.
They
can't
won
be a
more
Hall of Famer, Rafi. You cannot be a Hall of Famer first ballot if your team don't win. You gotta be a winner.
So Charles Barkley isn't a first-tier Hall of Famer.
He went to the chip by. He took the team to the chip.
He didn't win.
I'm talking, but he
Didn't win.
Chris Bosh ain't winning playoff games. Chris Bosh didn't win no playoff games.
I can't. I gotta do my research on that one. You
I'm
might be
saying,
right.
Chris
You might
Bosh
be right.
didn't even go to the playoffs really.
No, they
In the
did. They
East.
went to the playoffs every year he was there.
In the East, they were garbage. They were garbage. Charles Barkley was averaging like 30 points one time. He
No,
was
he
putting like 17 rebounds.
17 rebounds, but not no 30 points though. And Gato, you muted if you're trying to
killing
talk.
it.
Oh shit, I'm unmuted. Fuck. I was like, God damn. I was like, what's wrong with my damn mic? But what hurt LeBron, bro? I'm gonna be honest, man. Because we talk about Hall of Famers going against other Hall of Famers. What really hurt his legacy was that loss to Dallas.
Yep.
Because they literally had.
That was tough.
And I understand if Dirk had already won a couple championships, but that was his first one, and that's what LeBron looking for, his first one.
Yeah.
So that hurt LeBron a lot, man. Especially in
He
that
choked.
Game 6, man.
He choked.
That hurt LeBron.
He choked. Everybody choked.
All right. And what are your thoughts on this, Rome? What do you think?
I'm lost. Okay. So, Hall of Famer? What was it again?
So the original question was most underrated player in NBA history. but
Yeah,
we
I said
kinda-
Sean Kemp.
Oh yeah, no,
But-
but we kind of slid off on another tangent on LeBron,
LeBron.
and about basically comparing the Kevin Durant and LeBron James moves to move to championship teams.
I mean, when LeBron James started, who did he have? He didn't really have anybody. He had
Nobody.
He had what's his name?
Yeah,
What's
Bubba,
his
yeah,
name?
Bubby Gibson or something.
Yeah,
The
he had-
dude.
yeah,
Who
Larry
was
Gibson.
Booby Gibson,
No,
that was-
that's Quentin Richardson. He didn't have him.
Daddy.
Oh, he didn't have Darius Miles though. He did have Darius
Yeah,
Miles.
that
on his
guy.
team.
Oh, Darius Miles on there. You're right about
Darius
that.
Miles can go though. Don't sleep.
Hey,
Darius Miles can go.
he was one of my favorite players for a little bit, and he almost made the All-Star team, not being a
He
starter
almost made the All-Star team. Oh man.
off of fan voting. Hey, that's a pretty big
man.
deal.
He just he just like that dude Jeremy Lin. He almost made it too, man.
Hey, I'm telling you.
No,
All right,
but
so-
as far as him, like you talking about him leaving and going to Miami, it's like he was doing it all on his own. It's like he's trying to carry this whole team pretty much, and then I feel like he probably left and he got a lot of, he got help. Well, like people, he got pretty much like with Dwayne Wade. I feel like they kind of took him under his wing and taught him the game a little further. Versus
how to win a chip.
Yep.
yeah, versus I'ma just join this team because they already winning.
Mm.
And you up 3-1. I don't understand you up 3-1. Just run it back. They choked 3 games in a row. You choked 3 games in a row. Just run it back and you good. You gonna beat them.
Mm-hmm.
Just run it back, baby.
We also got to remember though too, this is the same franchise that he was playing for because his contract was obviously up, where they chose to keep Serge Ibaka, trade James Harden, because they wanted to save money.
Yeah, I
So
understand that.
think about that. So no, but think about it from his standpoint. So what would make you think that he had faith that the ownership was gonna be able to pay him and give him the people that he wanted around him?
He
If
didn't
they've already
need no one
proven-
else. He didn't need. They were up 3-1. What do you need?
Obviously, they needed someone if they lost 3
They
games
lost
in a
because
row.
of him and Russell Westbrook choked.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
had like 15 turnovers in one game. Both of them.
I understand, but if they had another player, if they had Andre Iguodala on that team, you think that same scenario would have happened?
Yeah.
You think they still would have
Andre,
choked?
and they
Come
had
on.
Not with a
because
veteran.
okay, Andre Iguodala was on that team that lost 3-1. So obviously it didn't work.
No. But I'm just saying though. But they would have gotten past the Warriors because if you're saying the only reason why they lost is because they choked, Andre Iguodala wouldn't have choked. He would have been able to be
What are you
there in that
talking about?
situation to keep
Andre
him
Iguodala
calm,
never
because the whole thing was they didn't have any problems. I see Gato over there munching down some ribs. That's some ribs.
Nah, that's Jamaican jerk chicken, man.
Jerk chicken. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, if they would have had like another veteran on that team that could have been able to stabilize things, I feel like it would have been a different result. And I think that's probably what it was, is that he had no faith that they were going to do the right thing. Because they've already proven that they wouldn't. If they're going to trade away someone who ends up becoming pretty much, I'm going to say, going to eventually be a Hall of Famer in James Harden and the MVP. There's no way I would have faith that they're going to do the right thing.
They're up 3-1 though, Raphiki.
I understand.
3-1.
I'm gonna close it.
What else we got?
I'm gonna close it on this note.
Yep.
3-6 in the finals. All right. So next topic, guys. So how about? Oh, what up?
No, that's a blue face. Ooh.
All right, fellas. So this should be a good topic that everybody can kind of get in on.
3 and 5 in the finals.
3 and 5.
You really gonna count that when?
No, come on,
we're
Rio.
Come on. We're done. We're done. All right, fellas. So this should be a good one. All right. Would another president winning the upcoming election hurt or help America? Gato, how about you start this one out first? Yeah. Like, do you guys think that the upcoming election, if another president won, do you think it would help or hurt America? Gato, what do you think?
Well, I'm gonna say this from the standpoint of me being a conspiracy theorist. Because part of me thinks that maybe, okay, let's just think hypothetically, maybe China did do this. Okay, now if they did do this, there's only two ways that you can make a country not want to reelect a president. Because most presidents in the last 40 years have been reelected. They do their 2 terms. So in 2 ways to really knock a president out of office is through a bad economy or through scandal. So now, me as a conspiracy theorist thinks that there's a slight chance that maybe China didn't know what was going on, because you got to think about the whole, the events that occurred before this whole coronavirus spread to the world. Donald Trump had started pulling away from trade from China. There was a big trade war going on between America and China, and Donald Trump actually got the upper end of China per se. And started getting jobs back in America and started doing things that would hurt China economically. Mm-hmm. And it's weird that all of a sudden China, this virus comes from China, ends up in America, ends up hurting much of the globe, for the most part. And then parts of this epidemic, China started to blame America for it. Mm-hmm. Of course, they refuted that and said, okay, America wasn't to blame for this, blah, blah, blah. Them and their allies, Russia was another one. And you got to think of the events that occurred before all this happened. R.Y.A.N is pretty close with Russia and China. U.S. was responsible for killing one of their main leaders, their main generals. And one way to get a president out of office, man, would be to cause an economic problem. And that's what the pandemic is doing right now. It's causing a lot of questions about the economy. And it's happening right at the time of re-election. So to me, that's a little strange. Yeah. That is happening right at the perfect time, and to get a Democrat in office. So, and I don't know, man, it seems like a lot of people have a feeling that Democrats are leading Americans more to a communist state. Me just being theoretical, it seems like if he were to lead the office now, and I'm not a fan of Trump at all, but it seems like it would be a problem for America.
Mm-hmm. Ron, what do you think?
Honestly, there's a lot of things that he says I do not agree with. Especially, I don't know if this is true, but I just saw this thing right now on Instagram talking about he thinks that we should start using UV lights and inject people.
I did see that
with Lysol.
What?
Yeah, it's all bad.
That's real?
Yeah, it was on CNN. It was part of his speech that he was doing. Yeah, because he was basically, because they had given these guidelines, just to give kind of some context on it, of pretty much the lifespan of the coronavirus, basically, and pretty much like certain different situations. Like, for example, I don't even remember it off the top of my head, but like literally most of them, like where the virus literally only stays basically active or alive for like a short period of time. So pretty much, if someone has like the coronavirus or a COVID-19, they basically cough like on this mic that I'm right here in front of, and then like the next hour they come and touch it, and if I had it, they would get it. And it's literally like that soon. It's not like it stays there for like days. Yeah.
They're saying that it like lives on surfaces for like 2-3 hours or something like that. Like on what is it on metal and lives for like 8 hours, cardboard 2 hours. I don't remember every amount of time, but just that one thing where I saw he said injecting people with disinfectant. So I'm gonna get some Lysol. Yo, I got
Hey, that
if you got a president saying that nonsense, nah, you got to go. Because you're gonna have a lot of dumb people who's gonna believe him. You know,
population control.
Yeah, true.
Get the dummies out of here.
I mean, you already had people that were doing that dumb stuff and killing themselves with that one drug.
Oh, like the bath salts and stuff?
No, what's it called? Hydrochloroquine or something like that?
Yeah. Well, so what are your thoughts, Rio? Come on, speak on it.
And but I kind of like Trump, man. I really do. I kind of like the dude, man. And I'm not talking about from a political standpoint. I kind of like his swag, you feel me? It's this one video on One Star. Yo, he's dancing. He's like, it's like, I want to say like late 50s and shit. He's at this little party, dancing and stuff. He's like grilling with these chicks and shit. They just like grinding and twerking on him. I kind of like my president looking kind of suave. But going back to this situation, it's nothing he can do. Nothing this president can do, nothing another president can do. The virus, man, he didn't make this shit, man. Like, everybody want to blame him. What more do you want him to do? It's a virus, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can close the country down, but at the end of the day, this is America, and we should be proud that we're living here for the sake of, if we even have this thing called First Amendment, anything we say.
Yep.
If you go say that stuff in Russia and China, like, we talk bad about the president, we talk bad about any politician. Say something about Vladimir Putin if you're in Russia. I dare you. Say something about in North Korea. Say something about Kim Jong-un Jr. Say anything about these in parts of Africa. We can say whatever we want about our president in this. It's a freedom of speech situation. So we should be proud we're here, man. We got all these liberties and stuff like that. There's nothing he can do. What do you want him to do about this whole situation? At the end of the day, they said he should have acted sooner. How soon? What do you want? He shut us down in March. What do you want us to do? Like, you know what I mean? It's nothing he can do.
I think they're saying because he knew about it before then.
Yeah.
They could have done something to prevent it.
We all didn't really believe this. You know what I mean? Come on. This is the first of our lifetime.
And say that, though.
No, because that is so wrong.
What?
The problem with that was when they did find out in late 2019, the Democrats were trying so hard to impeach him, man, that he had to worry about that. So they had him locked up in that, man. His mind was totally in that, man. So it's hard for him to concentrate on the coronavirus, man. They had all that shit going on.
But then they kept saying that was a hoax. Yeah, people saying it was a hoax. Yeah, Fox News saying that was a hoax. Well, it's not real.
My rebuke to that is the fact that you guys realize one of the first things that he did when he got in office is he pretty much fired all of the experts that Obama hired when he was in office, who dealt with all the stuff like swine flu, Ebola, and the Zika virus and stuff. And all those viruses were way more deadlier than this COVID-19 thing.
No, they weren't.
But yeah, they were.
No,
they were not.
The death rates of the people?
No. Ebola.
Look it up.
Everybody gets that wrong. Look up Ebola.
I did.
Pull the stats up right now.
All right.
Pull it up. Ebola killed off like about 11,800 people.
Yeah, and that's all of the people that got infected with it. That's what I'm saying.
No, it's not.
No, it's not wrong.
All right, let's see. Ebola death rate.
I don't know why everybody gets that wrong. Everybody gets that wrong.
Hold on, I'm gonna put it on the screen share so y'all can see it.
And when Obama got caught wind of that, he shut everything down.
So let's see. Cases have varied.
Just Google it.
Right here. The average rate was based. Oh, hold on. No.
It didn't show numbers though.
Just Google it. Let's say how much people did Ebola kill.
Well, yeah, but that's a different question than.
It's very accurate.
Because the number of people that it killed, as far as how deadly it was, like.
It said 11,300. I'm seeing 11,300.
If it was that deadly, then more people should have died.
11,300.
I'm telling you, Ebola didn't kill off that much people.
Yeah, it didn't kill off that many, but more the percentage of people who got it, who died from it, was higher.
Though. Forget the percentage. Let's go with deaths.
Well, yeah, but that's the whole thing that kind of shows where the lack was the fact that if, like, for example, as soon as Obama found out about it, they sent people over to Africa to try and do research on it, so that way it didn't get to America and start killing people. And the thing is, what happened?
11,300 in 2
years. Yeah, that's even less than I said.
Yeah, but think about it. Imagine if that's all the amount of people that the coronavirus killed, COVID-19. Would people still be tripping about it? If we knew, like, because obviously the whole thing is that.
I'm trying to understand your question.
What do you mean?
No, I'm trying to understand your question.
Like, that's the whole thing. Like, there was only, like, say the coronavirus only killed the same number of people that the Ebola virus killed, or any of that stuff. Would it still be such a big deal? Because
I think
probably.
If you really want to hear my real answer?
Go ahead.
Where is Ebola from?
From Africa.
Nobody in the world care about fucking Africa.
Yeah, but they care about people here getting it, though.
Allegedly from Africa. Allegedly.
Well, that is true.
Yeah, allegedly. What I'm saying is, with Ebola, 11,300, right?
Okay.
And they somehow they got a vaccine, or they sort of they killed off that virus. What's virus? I'm assuming it's virus.
Yeah.
Ebola virus. And are you saying that Ebola is more deadly than Corona?
Yeah, because most people who get it don't survive it.
But let's talk about the numbers then. But if it's you can I go by numbers.
Let's look at mortality rate. Look at mortality rate for Ebola.
In 2 years, Ebola killed 11,300.
This coronavirus already killed off more than that.
In 6 months, coronavirus it's at 1 million?
That's confirmed cases.
That's cases though, yeah.
But in the US is like what, around 50,000 right now?
How many deaths?
I think it's like 50.
I gotta agree though. I think Ebola does kill more than
it says 50%. Around 50% is the rate of people who die from it.
Yeah, but let's talk about
coronavirus. It's like 0.9%, bro.
Yeah, like the percentage of people who are dying from this is a lot less.
Which is very contagious.
Because what does percentage matter? If I'm talking about deaths. Let's talk about deaths. Forget about percentage.
No, Ebola kills more than coronavirus, for sure.
No, it did not.
No, the number of people definitely the coronavirus rate probably has, because it's
so that's
probably
matter.
No, it's more contagious. It's more contagious. When you get Ebola, you got about a 50% chance of making it.
Yeah, but what does that matter? That's like me creating a super virus.
What do you mean?
And I'm trying to explain it. I'm explaining upon it. So say for instance, I create a super virus, and you have an 80% chance of dying from it. But they're gonna come up with a vaccine, and no one is gonna die. Not that many people are gonna get it. I understand you have an 80% chance of dying, but you create this small little virus, and it's so complex, and it's so much easier to get. You have to actually touch that person to get Ebola. With this one, I can shake your hand, you can talk to me, you can get it through the air, you can get it on fucking objects and shit like that. And I understand you think that if the mortality rate is very small, but so many people can get it, millions of people can get it, and thus making it way more fucking powerful than that Ebola. Does that understand what I'm saying now?
I see what you're saying as far as more people being able to get it.
Yeah, so it's a less lethal virus, but so many more people can get it.
It's more contagious.
It's very hard to contain.
But that's the thing though. But like 90, what's I think like 97, 98, or is there a very high survival rate if you get.
I understand what you're saying. It is a very high survival rate, but to offset that high survival rate, it's way easier to get.
I understand.
More people can get infected by it, and it attacks the lungs and everything like that for people with underlying diseases and obesity and being old and whatnot, and having a weak immune systems or compromised immune systems. Even though it's way less lethal than Ebola, more people are dying. So which virus is way more scary?
I would say Corona, because especially with the Corona, half of the time a lot of people don't even know they have it.
And that's the scary part. It's you can be asymptomatic, you be fine, you're okay, and you can give it to your grandma.
Yeah.
You can give it to your grandma, and that's the scary part about it. That's scarier than Ebola. Ebola, you got it within the first what a day or something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can quarantine off. and you obviously you have a higher chance of dying, but you can infect way more people with corona.
I give you that.
That's why
I give you
it's
that.
way more popular. You like that point, huh? It's pretty good, huh? Good.
All right, fellas. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and hop into our next topic. This should be a good one. All of us could be able to participate in. As you guys know, they've been having a lot of these, 20 for 20 hit challenges that have been going on Instagram. That they post onto YouTube later on.
I don't have IG, so I don't know what 20 for 20 is.
Yes, sir. But we had an infamous situation that happened that's gone viral for all the wrong reasons with Teddy Riley versus Babyface. For those who do not know, the whole 20 for 20 hit challenge thing is there'll be two artists or two producers or two songwriters, whatever the case might be, and they'll do a joint IG live video and take turns playing a hit song that either they were a part of or that they wrote or they produced or whatever the case might be. And then they let, the audience pretty much kind of do their own little judging to kind of say who they think won. So where our buddies Teddy Riley and Babyface, Teddy Riley tried to step it up a little bit and brought on an entire full-on 10-part band to do like a live concert for his instead of doing tracks, which honestly, if you kind of think about it, it's pretty smart. I mean, because, you could definitely get some exposure from that, but it went terribly wrong. I mean, if you guys don't know, and he had horrible issues, with like the audio feedback in and not being able to hear. Rio, we'll go ahead and start you off first. What well, first off, did you get a chance to check this out or did you hear about it?
Yeah, I saw it. You talking about with the battle itself, who won the review, or just the technical issues?
The technical, because that's the whole thing about it is the battles itself are actually pretty dope.
Yeah,
but,
the technical issues.
Yeah,
so,
and that's the thing that's everybody's kind of getting on them about is about that.
I'll compare this.
Real quick, didn't they do a part 2 already though?
Yeah, part 2.
Oh, they actually got through with it?
I think so.
Part 2,
I thought they tried to do it again, and I thought it failed as well too. But I thought they got cut off.
The battle was monumental. It was great for the culture.
I gotta check it out. All right.
Yeah. So, but as far as the technical issues, I always compare it to like, with Teddy Riley is 51, I want to say, and then Babyface is 62. So they are not exactly the millennials, right? And I'm in my 30s, so I'm on the higher spectrum of the millennials. So I don't know too much about the technology stuff. I gotta consult with Rome and you for most of the technical stuff. But as far as the technical issues in that particular situation, Teddy was just being Teddy, trying to do too much. He didn't know that there was a sound situation going on. He was just trying to perform for the fans. And in this situation with Instagram Live, less is more, as they say. Just sit down like Neo did with John T. Austin and just play your jam. And so he learned out the second, fool me once, shame on you. So he learned out the second time. They came back and did it right the second time. But the first time, it was just, it was terrible. I was messing up my buzz. I was like, oh, man. Because I know Teddy got some hits, man. What you got though?
With me, man, I didn't see the whole thing per se, man, but it hurt my heart, man, to see the memes about Teddy Riley, man, knowing how impactful he was as a musician, man, especially in the Virginia area, man. Like, Teddy Riley was that dude. He had a big studio in Vibe Beach. He's the one that brought in Pharrell. He's the one that mentored Pharrell as a teenager. So for me, man, to see him go on Instagram live like that, man, and kind of flounder because of sound, man, kind of hurt, man. But I know how
though. It was perfect. It's a silver lining though. It got so much hype.
Yep.
Yeah.
So much hype that
True.
The second time they did it, they broke Instagram Live.
There you go.
That's what it was. That's why I didn't hear about it. Because I think they said that it cut them.
It cut them. Yeah, I heard about that.
It crashed IG, I think. Yeah.
It crashed IG Live, and that's a huge accomplishment for guys in their 50s and 60s. That goes to show power of black music.
So, all right, Rome, what are your thoughts on it, Rome? Because I have a secondary question to it.
I thought it was dope, but as far as as far as a winner or anything like that, or
I didn't see it. So I mean, if you saw it, who do you think won?
You see, that's the thing. I would be biased in picking one.
You're a New Jack.
It's like, I am a New Jack guy. So it's like I grew up on both Babyface and Teddy, but I'm a New Jack guy, and I always like dancing and everything like that. So, I'm gonna go with Teddy. But that baby making music,
I thought it was an amazing battle. But they just in different lanes though. Teddy is
that's
more
the thing.
Club, and I would say Babyface is more
relax and chill.
Like that grown woman sit around with a glass of wine type stuff.
Yeah, and just take it down. But like as far as timeless music, I mean, I think I think Babyface got more timeless music. You know what I mean? Like, but he's a little more mainstream.
I don't.
That new, because Teddy created a style. That New Jack, he created
that
with Guy and
2 occasions though. I mean, come on, like Rome, you the DJ right now. Why don't you play some hits from you don't know some of the songs that was on there.
What's up?
Okay, Blackstreet was killing it. Teddy Riley was killing it. But I mean, I'll go right here, man.
You talking about he had High Five? He had a few other. Like he had Guy. He was playing Guy. He was playing that Bobby Brown.
Y'all hear it?
Nah.
A little low, huh? Damn.
Guy was the truth, man. With Aaron Hall.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get the track list so I can try and put it up so I can see it.
Yeah. When can I see you again? 2 occasions. I mean, come on, it was crazy. It was crazy.
Man.
Oh, here we go. Hold up. Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
all right, hold up. Let me put this on so I can see it. So this is the official track list of where's the.
But yeah, I gotta go with my boy Teddy.
Teddy's a beast, man. Teddy's a beast.
Let's put this over. Oh shit. Hold up. Hold on.
I bet y'all didn't know. Do y'all even know that Teddy Riley did a song with Benzino?
No, I didn't know that.
No.
So can y'all see that? Can y'all see the track list?
Yeah. How about you go? Can you play 30 seconds of each?
The
audio won't come
SWV
through,
though, bro. That right here, SWV classic.
Yeah, audio doesn't play, unfortunately.
Yeah.
That's a classic, bro. Oh my, that's a classic.
I mean, honestly,
all classics, man.
Yeah, all of these songs are classics. But if I had to just off of just skimming through the list, obviously being, someone who plays, in like a nightclub environment, I'm definitely gonna probably end up saying that the Teddy Riley stuff probably gonna, for me personally, would probably win out. But Every Little Step by Bobby Brown, though, that's definitely a hit. So I mean, that's something that I can still.
What you talking about? These are all hits, man.
I know. I'm just saying though, like that's one of the ones that's like more upbeat. You know what I mean?
Let's chill. Yeah, I hear you.
I forgot he had Rum Shaker too. I forgot about that.
Rex and Effects. Yeah.
Hey, yo, On Our Own, Bobby Brown. Oh yeah, I used to fuck with that with Ghostbusters.
Hell yeah, classic.
Hey, I was sleeping on when it came to Babyface. He did do a TLC Red Light special.
Oh yeah, ooh.
Yeah.
I want to get you going on, you know what I'm saying? Red Light special. And Rock With You, Bobby Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Can We Talk, Tevin Campbell. I mean, they just in like a little bit different lanes and stuff like that.
I know he did End of the Road, bro. Babyface, I didn't know that. Boys to Men. I didn't know that.
Yeah, no
Teddy Riley used to work with Magic Jackson. I'm sorry, Michael Jackson too. So I mean, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's no joke right there. That's a good one, man. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
All right. Well,
y'all never heard that song by Benzino called Booty?
I'm not sure.
Probably
outside of New York heard of Benzino.
I got like 100 niggas in the song Booty.
The only reason a lot of us heard of Benzino is
Bubba Sparks too.
Those damn.
What are you talking about? In high school, Benzino was hot in high school.
Was he?
Yeah, you had that song. You had that. Was it that Rock the Party? He had I think that was probably one of his biggest hits.
That was probably his only hit.
I was listening.
They gonna do him like that?
Well, give me another one that you consider a hit from Benzino.
I thought Booty was dope, honestly. I used to play that song all the time.
Ron's the same guy that thinks soca music's good.
You said that what music?
Soca music gives me a headache.
You said soca?
Oh, yeah, disrespect for Barbados.
Hey, soca goes hard though.
Problem. You don't know what you're talking about, Rio.
Hey, soca goes hard though. You got to rock with it.
I like dancehall though. I like dancehall. But soca, man, that's a lot of.
You go somewhere, man. You go somewhere with that.
All right, fellas. All right, so we're gonna move into our next topics, and this should be a good one. that even if you don't really kind of participate or talk about sports, you can actually talk about. Should professional athletes have a salary cap when the owners don't?
It's a great question. Hey, real quick though, hey Rome, are you going to Barbados this year? No?
I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to
That was gonna be lit too.
because everything is closed down.
Yeah, man. Should professional athletes have a salary cap when owners don't?
Yeah.
Of course not. They shouldn't. But I think a salary cap enables more of a fair playing field. Because remember, the Yankees were just killing it off at one point. It's just buying their team. And so there's no strategy when it comes behind if you just buying people off. The Lakers and the Knicks, they're just going to have the best roster, right? Because they have the most money as far as the teams goes. But the mid-tier guys, Portland Trailblazers, they ain't got a shot. Maybe OKC ain't got a shot. But it's unfair. I think what they need to do is just do a 50-50 split right now. I think it's, 49, 51 right now as far as the basketball athletes go, as far as with the owners and shares and stuff like that. But, yeah, I mean, as fair as it can be right now. You know what I mean? But, I don't know. That's a tough one right there.
Hold on, I'm about to see
what's
that
the CBA? What's the collective bargaining agreement right now? Yeah, I think it's 49-51, if I'm not mistaken. And then the NFL just getting gouged. No guaranteed contracts. It's just a damn shame. Like,
oh man.
Yeah, NFL players get no guaranteed contracts. Cam Newton got released and started getting paid for his last year.
Hey, question. As far as these salary caps, how does it go? Because for NFL, because it's nonprofit, whatever, right?
It's what?
Oh, it's for profit.
They're actually.
I could have sworn it's a nonprofit.
Nonprofit organization.
No, there's no nonprofit, nothing. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Hold on.
I'm 100% sure.
Okay, so as far as the salary cap, because it goes off of the owners, how does it go for Green Bay? Because I thought Green Bay doesn't have an owner. I thought the people.
A lot of teams don't have an owner. The Miami Heat don't have an owner. They have a president. They have a council. Yeah, it's the same thing. That they say the city of Green Bay owns the team.
Yeah.
But yeah, you talking about as far as like who gets paid between the two? What's your question?
Like how do they consider who decides who? Okay, who puts the cap on the players?
The
commission, right?
The collective bargaining agreement, the NFL, they have a cap. So I think I don't know what it's maybe $130 million a year, and you have to sort of they even have a thing called what's it called, capologist. So he essentially just makes sure to see which Aaron Rodgers gets paid with $34 million a year. So now they only got $90 million they can spend for that team. And then they got to just figure it out. That's why they always say, if you are the highest paid quarterback in the NFL, your team will not win that Super Bowl. It just never happens like that. It hasn't happened in like 20 years since like Joe Montana.
Makes sense. That makes sense.
Yep, you gotta have money to go around. That's why the New England always been great, because Tom Brady he was super underpaid. Only took like $16 million. He was only making he was getting paid worse than Matthew Stafford. All these little mid-tier quarterbacks, he was taking less. So his team can be better.
What team was that guy on?
Who, Matthew Stafford?
Yeah.
Fucking Detroit Lions.
I like Detroit. I didn't know that he played there though.
Yeah, Detroit, yeah.
So just a little tidbit information.
I know Barry Sanders. That's all I know.
Barry,
the GOAT and running back.
Mm-hmm.
So up until 2000.
No, he's not.
At running back?
Jim Brown, baby.
Okay, I'll give you that.
It's between him and Barry Sanders. I would put it's between both of them.
A lot of people be sleeping on Eric Dickerson, man. He was nice.
And the Juice. Juice got 2,000 yards in 14 games. That's amazing.
12 games. Juice
12
was
games.
Nice. Yeah. Juice was nice. Juice was nice.
Yeah.
Juice.
Before he went around killing folks. But
supposedly.
Yeah, allegedly. The glove didn't fit. So up until 2015, the NFL was incorporated as a nonprofit with a 501c. So up until what was that? 5 years ago, they were considered a nonprofit organization.
Oh, okay.
So, and the thing is, go ahead, Goth. You got anything to input on this?
Oh no, you're good, man. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, like the one thing with this, and the way I kind of see it is, I didn't realize, before doing research that, the NBA's revenue split is actually 50-50. So the NBA players receive 50% of the money that the association generates, which is actually I didn't realize it was that high. I guess the way
That's tricky though. That's tricky.
yeah, because like I think the
Because
reason
they don't have guaranteed contracts.
NBA.
NFL.
Yeah, I'm talking about
No,
NBA.
he's an NBA.
Yeah, I said
Oh,
NBA.
okay,
Oh, you're talking about
Yeah.
NBA,
So the one thing with that, and I feel like this is what the kind of goes back to the argument with Kevin Durant leaving and stuff, is the fact that they make such a big deal over what essentially to them is pennies, because most of these owners are billionaires, while most of these NBA players are millionaires. So they're pretty much kind of like kind of complaining and being stingy for pennies on wanting to pay athletes what their value is. So, for example, have you guys seen the Last Dance yet? The first 2 parts on ESPN for the Chicago Bulls thing.
Heard about it. I haven't seen it yet, but I heard about it.
Yeah.
So, the one thing that people probably didn't realize, which I know I didn't realize up until then, I mean, I knew that Scottie Pippen was undervalued on that team, but he was in his last year there. He was the 122nd highest paid player in the league.
It's ridiculous.
And by far, he was no less than probably like top 10 easily. And he was only getting paid $2 million a year for his last year. But the only bad thing about it is,
don't get it twisted though.
What?
Scottie Pippen career earnings is $109 million.
Hold on. Well, yeah,
it's true.
He got huge contracts once he went to Houston
and
Portland.
But he wasn't even that good.
Yeah, he was terrible. But they were basically.
So he made it back up.
Yeah, he definitely made it back up for sure.
You know, let me show you how to prove this is a cold world. Okay. I love Scottie Pippen, and this is one of the reasons why I do not listen to Future, right?
Hey, what if we name this right in the podcast, Cold World Podcast?
What about dinner table discussions?
I don't want to make it sound like Red Table Talk. Taylor Pickett, we all crying together. Snoop Dogg coming on, justifying him, talking shit together. Fucking king. By the way, man, what she said was foul, at least left, you know what I'm saying?
So, Scottie Pippen didn't earn over $10 million a year until he was in his 12th season in the NBA.
Cool.
So, yeah, he did eventually end up earning, well, it says 109. I don't know if he actually played in 04-05, but we'll just say 104 million for his entire career when I'll say
that's more than Michael Jordan, right? Isn't that more than Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan, he actually he was very underpaid as well too, up until his last couple years. The last 2 years, last 2 years he ended up making 30 and 33 million a year for his last couple seasons with the Bulls.
Yeah, last 2 seasons.
Yeah, but also too, the thing that kind of hurts Scottie Pippen with all this is that he signed a 7-year contract right before the NBA ended up blowing up the way it did. So
a 5-year contract.
It was 7.
No, 7. It was 7.
It was right after his rookie deal expired. That's why he stayed there for 10 years.
So he extended. No one knew.
Yeah. So he was actually one of the higher paid players, but his contract didn't really increase the way it should have.
Right.
So he signed a 7-year deal for $18 million, which was pretty decent back then. But then literally after 3 seasons, he was literally underpaid because his deal was already locked in. So, so my whole thing with this. So, what do you guys think about the fact that players get a cap on what they can make, but not the owners? What do you guys think about that?
I mean, the owner needs to pay the players, right?
That's what life, though, right? Isn't that what life?
Yeah, I mean,
if you work at Chick-fil-A,
that's how it goes, man.
That's how it goes, man. In America,
if I own the place, I'm gonna choose how much I'm gonna pay you.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's not just NBA. That's just in life in general, man. Like you work at say you a DJ at the club, man. You at Dre's, you know what I mean? You working, maybe making, if you're a big guy, maybe making $500,000 a night, maybe more than that, maybe 10,000, but you're not taking home premium revenue of bottle service and stuff like that because you're not taking a risk.
That makes sense.
Let me tell you that. You know, let me tell you the coldest part,
right?
Yeah, exactly.
Say that again.
But you want me to tell you what the coldest part about this is, though?
What up?
Okay, Scottie Pippen, right? And let's think about this, man. Everybody feels bad for Scottie right now, right? Everybody feels bad for Scottie.
I don't think no one feels bad for anyone that made $100 million.
But people are like, okay, everyone can agree that they think Scotty should made more money, right?
Yeah, but no one gives a fuck. He's a millionaire.
Correct.
Yeah.
But in this whole ordeal, to have the whole world say Scotty should have made more money, but have your ex-wife came in and say, no, Scotty's fine. He should have made $109 million, even though you're taking a lot of his fucking money. It's fucking a cold world, in my opinion.
I don't
And
think they're
Future in front of everybody.
I don't think they're actually like divorced. I think they're just.
No, they divorced. They done.
Divorced?
Yeah, and how she did it was dirty. I don't want to get nobody's business, I don't know all the details, but they got back together.
The business, if you will.
Scotty gave her a ring, bro. Scotty gave her a ring, and then she still divorced him. They still end up having. He bought like $1 million ring. They still divorced. So she got, and then you got the nerves to come and say after everything you did in public with Future, to say, "Don't feel sorry for Scotty. He made $109 million. Are you fucking kidding me?"
She was just trying to back him. I think. I don't think she's trying to be malicious about it. I think she was like, "Yo, like you can talk that stuff, but like he did make $100 million. He's okay."
Yeah. There's something about he made more than Jordan or something like that.
Yeah, he actually did.
He made more money than Jordan.
But still, man.
I mean,
she took some of his money though. For her to say that though,
you said he underpaid, but he made more money than the second greatest player of all time.
In his NBA contract, yeah. Whoa, you said second? I like how you're trying to stick that in.
Oh, okay. Hold on, man. Hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let me put some facts up in it.
Who do you think is the best ball handler in the NBA?
Of all time right now?
Right now.
All time is Pistol Pete Maravich.
Ooh.
Right now will probably be Kyrie Irving. He's just nice with it, man. Kyrie Irving's a different level right there.
Now, question.
Answer.
Is James Harden's step back a travel?
Ooh.
Of course, he's stepping back to the other fucking side of the fucking court. But they let it go.
In the technical sense of the move, it's not a travel, but it looks like a travel. And it's
not a travel, Rome. It's a flight from LA to Singapore.
I was watching this video and they were trying to break it down, and they said something about his hand placement. It said that the hand placement is like towards the top and the side. If it's like more towards the bottom.
What's it got to do with foot placement, though?
Because they said something about he didn't touch it or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, Lord.
There's this footage of LeBron, and LeBron, I swear, he like took like 8 steps before he even fucking dribbled. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about. They just let
I saw that.
Let the superstars get away with what they want.
Shaq in a fool.
But
that's why I credit Jordan, though.
You can't even call a foul on Jordan.
No. You look up go on YouTube and look up the Eastern Conference Finals Game 4 against Orlando when Shaq was there, right? Mm-hmm. They wanted to extend the series so bad. They did not want the Bulls to sweep the Magic. They called travel on Jordan 3 times in that game, nigga, and it was so horrible. I was like, "Come on, that's not a travel, man. It was horrible."
Was it the year before that?
They were doing 5. They were 5-game series. I think it was 3 games.
Which one was the one?
Was
it the year before that when Shaq won, or was it the year?
Shaq
never won the finals with Orlando.
Shaq beat the Bulls.
He did.
They beat the Bulls.
He did.
No, he beat the Bulls. He never won a title, though. He never won a title in Orlando.
Not in Orlando.
He beat the Bulls, though.
That's what I'm saying.
He beat them when Jordan came back in the short.
Just so you know, Ralph, just so you know, the year that Jordan left, Chicago won 55 games.
I understand.
And every time LeBron left, those teams were like, they won like 20 games after. Just so you know.
I understand.
But they would have went to the championship if not for some fucking erroneous, fucking ridiculous call against the Knicks at home against the Knicks.
That was in the second round of the playoffs, though. Still.
What are you talking about? That was the conference final.
Second round.
No, second round, Gato.
The second round. See, and the thing is that people also kind of leave out with that. Scottie Pippen was already one of the, I would say, top 5, top 10 players in the league at that time. So he basically was given the green light to take over the spot that Jordan had. And you got to think, they still had everybody else. They still had the greatest coach of all time on that team.
No, he's not the greatest coach of all time.
So, who's the first?
Is Red Auerbach? Wait, what?
Pop?
Oh.
I thought you were going to say LeBron James.
That's a good one, too.
But yeah, but you got to think, though, too, is that when Jordan's playing on your team, everybody's coming at you. Like the one thing that Dwayne Wade was saying, because I was watching on All the Smoke when he was on there, he was saying that when the reason why they started off so bad when the big three joined together is that every team they played against, when they played against them, they got their absolute best. They could be scrub teams, they'd be playing out of their mind against them because they're who they were. Once they left, like once Jordan left, it was a completely different vibe. So people thought that they can beat them, but they really couldn't because they were still just as good. But obviously, they needed them
Close
still.
was good. They
Who's
didn't
better
have a
right here?
closer though.
Who's better right here? Who you take? Would you take Dennis Rodman? Or would you take Chris Bosh?
D. Rodman.
Depends on the rest of the team, though.
Worm.
Depends on the
say
rest of the
Rodman.
team.
Worm.
Depends on the rest of the team.
Greatest rebounder of all time.
This is how I do it. This is how I do it. Can you tell the NBA
Extremely
story?
underrated.
Can you tell the NBA story without Chris Bosh? Fucking
You
course.
can.
You can,
it depends
but
on what
Miami's
part of the story.
Miami's
Yeah.
Miami's a dynasty though.
Hey, Rafi, how did Chris Bosh change the NBA?
He was the first 7-footer that made it. That basically made it. Besides Dirk Nowitzki,
I guess you haven't heard of Luke Long. You haven't heard of Tony Kukoc.
Tony Kukoc did not play anything like how Bosh did.
What? Tony Kukoc played the same way.
He didn't shoot threes like he did though. Tony
Kukoc
Kukoc is more of a
jumper.
playmaker, but then also you got to think Tony Kukoc played alongside Jordan and Pippen.
What about Dirk Nowitzki?
You said who's Tony Kukoc?
Legend.
Yeah.
Oh man, just
What about
Google it, bro. Just Google. it.
Okay. Who'd you take? Dwayne Wade,
Taco.
Scottie Pippen.
Taco fall, baby.
I'm taking Pippen.
Exactly.
Wait
Yeah,
up.
but also depends on the rest of the team though.
Who would you take? Phil Jackson or Eric Spoelstra?
Okay, I got a question for you, Real.
What answer?
Of course, Phil Jackson. But who would you take as your number one player though, man? Your go-to guy, Pippen or Dwayne Wade?
Ooh.
Pippen.
As your
As your
number one
number
guy?
As your
I would
closer?
take
Number
Dwayne
one
Wade.
guy?
Yeah, as your number one guy.
As your number one guy and closer.
Pippen.
No, he wasn't even a closer on the team when Jordan left.
Kukoc was.
Kukoc was the one taking the late game shots.
Pippen led the team in points.
Yeah, but he wasn't taking the shots.
Didn't get the final shots though, man. It was Kukoc.
Closer thing.
No, that's a huge. He sat out of the play. That was supposed to help
pissed.
him like in the playoffs because Phil
Pippen
Jackson
was pissed.
designed a play for Kukoc to get the shot. He didn't go on the court. He said, "I'm not going out there."
A lot of times, Jordan didn't take the final shot. Steve Kerr did.
Most of the
final shot.
Most of the time, the plays were set up for Jordan to take it, and if they double team, which they did, he would pass it to somebody who's open.
Jordan. They're gonna double team Jordan.
Not always.
Always double team Jordan.
So you mean to tell me that shot where he made it in Cleveland against what's his name, Eloy or whatever his name was? He was double teamed on that one.
He like stayed in the air.
He was double teaming his most famous shot though against Byron Russell.
Yeah, he wasn't double teamed on that. They didn't always double team him because that's the thing though. Once it got to the point where teams knew he would pass, they wouldn't.
He was pushing off.
Allegedly,
he did push up. No, it wasn't allegedly. That motherfucker pushed
no,
off.
that was not a push.
I saw a black hand on white shorts.
He tapped him on his butt. He was saying good defense, and he just happened to fall.
Who had a better squad, 98 Bulls or 2012 Miami Heat?
2012 Miami Heat.
What?
Yes.
Ray Allen
From top to
too.
bottom. From top to bottom.
Mike Miller, Ray Allen too.
Top to bottom, that team was way.
No, Ray Allen didn't go. That was 2013. I'm talking 2012.
Okay.
2013, you remember Ray Allen hit that shot?
Yeah.
2012. You telling me
that team was still better, top to bottom.
98 Bulls, best team of all time.
96.
Yeah, because
Bulls.
of Jordan.
96
No, it was the 96.
98
That's
Bulls
when they won 72-0, right?
Yeah. 98 Bulls won 62 games.
They had Ron Harper. Ron Harper was a
Was
beast.
washed up
He
when
was.
he got to the Bulls.
Whoa. Hold
He
on.
wasn't? Look at his stats.
Man.
Look at his stats.
The dude averaged 20 points a game like 6 seasons in Cleveland, bro.
Yeah, and then he got on the Bulls, and he was averaging 7.
Because they passed the ball. Triangle offense, they passed the ball, and the main shooter was Jordan, though.
Jordan or Pippen? What are you talking about?
Come on.
Ron Harper averaged 20 points a game like 5, 6, or 7 seasons, bro.
Yeah,
like before he got to Chicago.
Yeah, but he was already washed up. His knees was already shot.
Check this. Miami Heat starting point guard was Mario Chalmers.
Okay.
I'm going to let you live with that for a little bit.
And Mario Chalmers is a shooter, though.
Mario Chalmers?
Hey,
He
had
did
Steve
lead
Kerr.
Kansas to the national championship game. Don't remember that. He led Kansas to the national championship game. He's a leader.
Yeah. So you telling me Mario Chalmers is better than Steve Kerr?
They're pretty on par. Steve Kerr's a better shooter. Steve Kerr's a better shooter.
Has the best percentage in 3-point.
Yeah, it's easy to have a better percentage when you're wide open.
He wasn't wide open with LeBron and Dwayne Wade?
Who? Mario Chalmers?
Yes.
Not always.
Golly. He had Chris Bosh, Mario, he had LeBron and Dwayne Wade. He wasn't wide ass open.
Not always.
Like Miller said, no one
he wasn't Mike Jordan on the court open, but he was open.
Oh my God. The game is so much more spread out now.
Yeah, but they also moved the 3-point line in more too.
Oh my God, they moved. When?
What do you mean? Since '98 season, they moved the 3-point line in about 3 feet.
That's a negative. We're talking about it's way out there.
No. All right, I'm gonna pull it up for you.
What? What are you talking about? They're talking about making a 4-point line right now.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. I was like, is that real?
You talking about college, Ralph? You talking about college?
I'm talking about NBA. I'm about to pull it up right now.
Me up, man.
What was that the year? What's the name? Horace Grant was on the Bulls.
Yeah.
Nah, he didn't play with Kerr.
They had a squad.
He was in Orlando.
Grant was there like in '94.
No, I know he went to Orlando, but he was with the Bulls. Was it 95, 94, something like that?
89 to like 94, I think, something like that. The first 3 title runs, he was there though.
The Goggles man, Mr. Goggles.
Underrated defensively. That dude locked down.
Locked down.
Defense.
Did you look it up, Raphiki? So I can
I'm looking it up right now. Hold on.
Why would they move 3-point line forward? I mean,
it increased scoring. That's when scoring started to go up.
No, increased scoring was when the game changed and they got rid of the big man.
Yeah, and they moved the 3-point line in.
Why would they do that?
I'm telling you. Hold on. Let me.
That doesn't make any sense.
I know why. I know why they did it. I know why.
Why?
Ben Simmons.
He made a 3. I saw that.
The only time they changed the game, they changed it now when you get the possession, you get an offensive rebound, they changed it to 15 seconds instead of 24. And they haven't moved no 3-point line forward. We're talking about the shooters are better now.
Yeah, because they're also shooting closer.
Oh, to an extent.
Why did they change the clock,
man?
Okay, who's a better shooter than Klay Thompson and Steph Curry?
Well, that's a different era though, because you got
Reggie Miller is on par with them though, as far as shooting. Free throw percentage.
Ray Allen, they were definitely just as good. But
Larry Bird too.
Now.
Larry Bird too, bro.
Larry Bird is scoring 40 points in a quarter.
Damian Lillard.
I love Damian Lillard. I love him.
He's a shooter.
Top 3-point guard. Top 3-point guard.
Yeah,
but he's not a shooter like Klay Thompson though. But he's top 3-point guard in my opinion.
Yeah, he's solid. He's solid. Klay Thompson shoot way better than anybody from the old days. Come on, Klay Thompson just splash.
And I would say Portland got robbed as well, man. They if LaMarcus Aldridge didn't leave, they might have a championship.
It's a negative. They don't get close.
Well, I don't know because last year against Toronto with Golden State, with Durant was hurt, they might have had a shot when Golden State was down.
He had been gone for a couple of years by then, though, too.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Did you look it up, Ralph? Or did you already?
I cannot find any evidence of this.
You're telling me you can't find one evidence that says that's pretty big that you said, right? You said they moved the fucking line forward.
I might have been wrong.
It don't fucking exist.
I might be wrong. I'm just Googling.
But you got to keep in mind, too, Rio. Keep in mind, Rio. Back in that time, though, they had hand checks, too.
NBA.
Ralphie, I bet you can find an article that says they moved the fucking field goal from fucking 3 to 33. I bet you can find that shit, though, right? Because it actually happened.
Wait, what?
And they haven't moved the fucking 3-point line fucking for, okay?
Oh, here it is. Okay, on ESPN.com. The current 3-point line is 20 feet. Well, it was moved back. Hold on.
Here we go.
Back.
Go ahead, buddy. Hey, share it. Why don't you share it?
Hold on. I got to get my evidence first.
There's no evidence.
I'm requesting a brief recess. I need to get my evidence right.
Recess in the court. Recess in the court.
I don't want them thinking you kind of like cuckoo in the head, Ralph.
Hey, I might be a little cuckoo right now. I've been drinking a little bit too much of this Arbor Mist. I guess maybe I'm tripping. I don't know. I feel like I was.
You're tripping.
I guess I'm wrong.
Where did you get this shit from? You confused it with college. College, they moved it a little forward.
Maybe they did. Maybe that's probably what it is. But I think it's always been the same, though. All right, fellas. We're gonna move on to another topic real quick. We'll probably try and wrap it up soon.
Wrap it up with the last topic. Yep.
All right. Let's see. Let's do. This will be a good one. All right. Since obviously everybody knows what's going on with the stuff over in a couple of states, including Georgia, where they are going to slowly start to end the lockdown and allow certain businesses to open up. So what do you guys think? Should the lockdown be extended? And is it too early to lift the stay-at-home order? Who wants to hop on this one first?
My only thing with Georgia right now, I could have sworn they just said that the cases keep increasing.
4%. 4% increase.
It's like if they're still increasing, why are you opening again? That part doesn't make any sense to me. It's like if you see a decline in the cases, yeah, so be it, whatever.
That's because George Bush don't love black people.
What's it called? And then I don't know. It's like if you see a decline, open it. If not, I don't think you should, honestly, because you're just putting people at risk for it seems like for your own profit.
Okay, Gato, what do you think?
I mean, similar. I got similar feel as Rome, man. If you have an increase in cases, man, you definitely shouldn't open up, man. When you have an increase when it flattens out, starts to plateau a little bit, and starts going down and decreasing as far as cases, then from there, I would say, yeah, you could start opening up again. But to me, it sounds like a similar situation is here at our great, fabulous mayor, Carol Goodman, as another greed thing, man. To me, it's just a lot of greed involved, man. And
the example dish, she says.
Exactly, Petri dish, man. And it's funny to me because I saw an article a couple weeks ago, man, like when this thing was still at its height, a couple of these NFL and NBA owners were trying to push the president to lift the ban on entering the country. I'm like, what? Are you serious? And money's that important, man, to these guys, billionaires, man. So, and of course, we know a lot of these politicians, man, get billions of dollars of funding from PACs and political action committees and stuff like that. So, of course, they're going to open things up, man, before they should. So, I'm not surprised at all.
I have a question, just real quick, just to piggyback on the whole money thing. Mm-hmm. Do you think with them pumping all this money into the economy, it's going to cause hyperinflation?
Potentially.
You mean
because our dollar's not worth much anyway? So
yeah,
I believe it. I mean, if you guys look up back in the early 1900s, there was a great bank panic of 1912, I believe. And that bank panic, man, was a Knickerbocker Bank in New York, I believe. And the problem with the bank didn't have enough money for American citizens or for the people that had money in their bank. Mm-hmm. So when I think a rival bank found out, they caused a bank panic, and they told all the people that were with their bank that they didn't have enough money in their account to pay them. So everyone panicked at that bank and pulled out that bank, and it caused a problem. And that bank they went bankrupt.
Yeah, and that's the one thing a lot of people don't know is like if your money is not in the bank is not going to survive.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, what I was talking about with hyperinflation, what's going to happen is pretty much the U.S. dollar is going to end up becoming like worthless. Pretty much, it's like everything is going to be constant.
I don't agree to that. I don't subscribe to that because I would only agree if the whole world wasn't struggling, but the whole world is struggling right now.
Yeah.
So either the American dollar falls and then the whole world falls because we all struggle at the same time. The euros, I mean, no one is going out spending money. So, I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah, but the thing is, you don't have every country reacting the same way that the U.S. is.
Worse. Italy is even worse. Italy, you can't leave your house at all. Like here, motherfuckers still leaving when they want to, not doing much and stuff like that. But Italy, you can't. Spain, you can't leave at all.
No, I'm saying, but are they printing money like crazy?
And I agree with Roman too, Rio, to an extent, because all our money here, we're not backed by a metal no more. We're not backed by gold or silver like we used to be, because I forgot coin clipping. So now all our money is being printed, man, just being printed and printed for no reason. And all it's doing is
they destroy millions of dollars a day too, though, in Fort Knox.
True.
That is true.
True.
And you know, black folks, 90% of black folks, when they get the stimulus check, they're not thinking about investing. they're gonna spin it right back again at Nike and some other non-black fucking company.
Well, that's the majority of people, and that's honestly really the whole purpose.
That's not the majority of people.
But that is the purpose for stimulus, though.
Yeah, the whole reason
is to get people to spend money.
Economy, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the only reason why, Rome, to answer your question, why I kind of see that it might not, is because with them printing the money, they're printing the money to give to people to spend. But it's not really benefiting us, though. It's really just to benefit the corporations,
Yeah, at the end of the day, what the fuck is $1,200?
Hey,
that's a tent in California. That's a tent in California right there.
Especially if you live in New York City or Connecticut, your rent is $2,800. What the fuck is $1,200?
You know what? You know what's even funnier is that if you live in those places, you make too much, you won't even qualify for it anyway.
Yeah, sure.
Think about it. If you make over $75,000, you don't qualify for it anyway, and that's majority of people in upper middle class in like California and in Connecticut and spots like that.
Ridiculous.
But if you're a millionaire, you still get some money.
Yep. And if you're Harvard, which makes no sense, even though they gave the money back, but they got some money, man. Harvard got some money.
It's ridiculous. All right, fellas. But hey, man. Oh, go ahead, Ron.
No, I was going back to your topic.
Go ahead.
Hey, quick, funny story of the week because it happened yesterday. I'm on my motorcycle, having a good time, rode through La Cañada, Pasadena, then went down and getting close to Riverside. By the way, no, sorry people at Riverside and San Bernardino. Anybody from LA, we don't even go down to LA Empire. It ain't shit there, to be honest with you. Sorry, guys, but it's a cool little cruise at 210. I make my way back to the valley, 210 west, keep going. I exit, think I'm gonna take a dope little picture on my motorcycle, and I get back on the freeway, getting closer to the valley. I'm on the freeway, bro, on my motorcycle, on my bike. I feel a big ass sting on my finger. I look at my finger, it's a damn bee stuck his damn needle in there. I'm freaking the fuck out going 75 miles per hour on my bike. It's a bee sticking my fucking hand. I whacked that motherfucker on my windshield. And I thought like I was going to have some, I don't know, I was having like you seen the movie? I've never seen the movie. It's Nutty Professor. When all of a sudden his shit started like he started going fat again. So I thought I was looking through my helmet, and for some reason it's like blurry, and I thought my finger was getting fat on me at the same time. So I was freaking the fuck out. I get to the freeway, and I was like, what the fuck? This fucking bee give me coronavirus.
Yeah, you never know.
And I think I'm okay.
But you survived.
How the fuck did he even how did he even, I'm going 70 miles per hour. How the fuck did he hold on?
Yeah.
You know, it is what it is.
I got an army term for you, Rio.
Okay, what's that?
Be all that you can be.
Oh, shit.
Man. Crazy. I gotta come out to Vegas, man, and see this strip, man. I'm very intrigued by it. This is something that never happened again. I gotta check it out. This is a podcast. It's not a podcast. It's a YouTuber. White Cat, give him a little plug. It's called his YouTube name is called I'm Not Leaving Las Vegas. He's some old white cat. He's a blogger from Las Vegas, and he gives you updates on what's going on in Vegas. He was showing the strip and stuff like that, and pretty much they barricaded the front doors and stuff like that.
Really?
It's quite trippy, man.
Everything's boarded up. You can't go in any of the casinos, but you can still walk the strip if you want. Like, this is definitely, if you ever wanted to go do a photo shoot on the strip, this is definitely the perfect time to do it in the daytime.
Who does that waterfall? Palazzo?
The Bellagio.
Bellagio, yeah.
Okay, Bellagio. Hey, are they doing it?
No, everything's shut down.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I think they were supposed to stop doing that anyway.
I don't think they were going to stop. I think they were going to change it a little bit. But, yeah, everything, like anything that goes on the strip, it's all completely shut down. They don't want any excuse for people to be out there.
Damn.
Because you got to think someone has to be there to operate it.
They're barricading it right now.
Are they barricading it? I believe it.
I know Fremont Street for sure they barricade Fremont. Like, you can't walk around there no more.
Damn.
Only locals only walked around Fremont Street.
Hey, you'd be surprised. It was a pretty
Fremont be cracking.
It was a pretty popular tourist spot too.
Ralphie, I've never heard anyone that's coming in from, let's say, Spain or let's say Miami or something like that, and they go, you know what? Hey man, I can't.
They don't know.
I don't know about Miami. That they do.
Bro, Fremont's cracking, bro. Hey, let's go on a Friday night. Got the one everything get back up. Friday night and Saturday. I'm telling you, man.
First Fridays.
Oh, first Friday. Oh, buddy.
You know what? I'll match your little spike bar with let's say Dre's or Apex when it's cracking. I'll match you that with fucking spike bar. Okay.
Spike bar.
Oh, Gold Spike.
Whatever it's called.
It does depend on when you go, because man, Gold Spike
go hard.
Gold Spike it reminds me of fucking Compton or some shit like that. People walk out with pajamas. If you can get into an establishment with sweats and fucking Crocs on, I don't trust it.
And then on top of that,
it's casual.
I want to know why.
I don't want to be around someone that can get in with fucking sweats and Crocs.
Look, you get in with sweats.
Bad shit can happen.
That doesn't always happen though. Depends on the day you go.
Dude, but why is it you got like the most intense security check just to get in there?
I feel like I'm going to the CIA chambers. I want you to try to get into Dre's with sandals and fucking sweats on.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you this: is that with or without bottle service?
Ooh, we're talking about
bottle service. Bottle service, I can walk up in there wearing some Crocs, and I guarantee you
cannot.
Hey, with real, you don't need bottle service. With real, you don't need bottle service.
There's no way you're gonna walk up in towel with fucking sweats on. I don't give a fuck how much my money. It's not gonna happen.
Bullshit.
I can see that happening.
If you spending money on bottle service, they will let you.
No, because you're not the only one. It's always gonna be someone spending money on bottle service. Okay. I understand you're gonna have a little preferential treatment, but you're not gonna. If you don't have a vagina, you're not getting in there. And you black. You're a black man. You're not getting.
If you're a celebrity, I can see it happening if you're a celebrity. But
yeah.
Why do you have
a regular black dude? You're not getting in there with sweats. I don't give a fuck how much money you're spending because everybody. They're gonna make their money that night.
Yeah, GA you're not, but I guarantee if you tell them I'm spending $10,000 on bottle service, they're like, okay, we can make an exception.
They not.
Why this is?
There's only one way to find out.
I wish we could run that experiment.
Real quick.
I mean, at the end of the day, though, it's big time millionaire clubs. What's 10,000 of them?
What do you mean?
Now, if you're saying you're spending maybe 50, 10,000, that's regular for them.
I give you that, but at the same token, like if you come up. Like, because we see all the time.
That's a good percent, though.
Not in dress code. You know what I mean? With the $40 that they gonna spend to get in, they're like, well, no, you can't get in with that. It was like, well, I'm about to spend 10. Because see, the thing is it's the promoter who's at the front or the host. Do you tell them that they're gonna turn down $10,000 worth of business because someone's wearing Crocs instead of wearing some dress shoes? That ain't gonna happen. That's their livelihood right there.
It's more than that though. I don't think just because he's a promoter, he can't get everyone in.
Yeah, not everyone, but somebody coming to spend $10,000.
Because he got to answer to somebody. He got to answer that general manager.
Yeah, that's why you put him somewhere over in the little hidden spot where they can't really see him. Personally, they have ways around that.
Y'all, right? Didn't they do that to y'all?
Fucking New Year's Eve. Remember that, Ro? When we went to LAX for New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
We got duped.
Can we finally decide who's taking the L?
That guy is.
I don't know. I mean,
you taking the L.
All right, I'll take that because I was the one who kind of did the research on it. I thought it was too good to be true, and then it turned out to be too good to be true. So fooled me once, and it never happened again. So that's all I'll say.
Man.
Well, I love y'all, man.
Hey, why is it they got that Fort Knox security check though at that Gold Spike? Why they got to take your ID and then scan your face and all that?
That's why getting shot up there.
No,
I ain't heard no gun. Hey,
that's what
if you have a gunshot in Vegas, man, you guys shoot gunshots in Vegas. That club is gonna close immediately. If it's black,
that's why they do
black,
it.
They gonna shut it down.
I don't trust Gold Spike, man.
What do you mean?
Gold Spike is off the chain outside. Oh my god, I love it. Indoor and outdoor.
You gotta scan my face.
Yeah, but the whole thing is,
it's dude.
No tourist goes to Vegas to be casual.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's
is that true though? They go up to be.
That's not true. That's not true,
bro.
I get
Vegas
tourists.
is the party town of the fucking world.
I understand, but not everybody wants to go dressed up in the 3.
But guess what? But real though, like with Dre's though, you can go to Gold Spike, be casual, and then you can still go to Dre's later though. That's what the good part about Vegas.
Catch me in Paris.
That's what.
But you got to think about it. With Gold Spike, to go back to that, the reason why they do it is if you go there and they scan your face and they scan your ID, how likely are you going to be to come here to start some BS?
That's like, I'm gonna give you this example.
Dude, that's gonna turn me off.
A lot of people,
that's
a lot of people know. Everybody in the country knows that we have this thing called death row. We also have this thing called we sentence you to death. But people still commit murders. It don't matter if you scan them. They don't care. They can have a fake ID. They can jump over. You can easily jump over from that fucking alley over there in the parking lot. There's ways you can get in.
It's possible, but you ain't getting in there with no fake ID because you got to scan it.
Okay.
They don't just look at the picture; they scan it. Like unless you have somebody working at the DMV, there's no way you can get a legit ID to where you can scan it, and your actual picture on the front will be the same one that'll show up when it gets scanned.
So you can't go to that bouncer from that other side when you exit. You can't give him 300 and be like, "Yo, let me in." He's not gonna let you in.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you might, but who's gonna spend $300 to get in a ghost fight?
Somebody that's trying to cause some issues.
I give you that, but what's the likelihood of that happening though?
Causing some issues on Fremont?
I'm gonna spend $300 to go cause some issues.
On Fremont? A lot?
Oh, come on.
Okay, would you say okay, Rafi, we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna go out, man. Hey, everybody ain't been together for a while. Are you gonna suggest us for the ghost fight?
It depends on the night. It depends on the night.
I'm gonna say Apex or Cosmopolitan or Dre's or my favorite Paris Chateau.
Yes, sir.
And you're gonna say ghost fight?
You said
It depends on the night.
What about Havasu, guys?
No, I ain't doing that.
Gotta make up for that.
Blazer and ghost fight. I feel like oh my God, what am I doing here?
Why? First off, why are you wearing a blazer at Ghost Fight?
Because I came from a club at Chateau. I'm like, here, guys. I'm like, what am I doing here? About this blazer, man. What else you guys got going this week, man? You guys got my highlight probably going to be going to Target. What about you guys?
Mine's just going to be going to Walmart.
How long did you wait in London last time you went?
For where, Target?
Yeah.
I'm waiting in line at Target. When did I wait in line at Target?
I don't know. You said you said you was going to Target last time I spoke to you.
Oh yeah, I didn't wait in line at all. Yeah.
You know they got lines over here now, so
yeah.
That's why you gotta go to Santa Clarita, man. Santa Clarita. I mean, it's so far from you. But you in that little ritzy fucking area, man. Like everybody got money, so they ain't no fucking recession. So, those little wealthy areas, Victoria, fucking Sherman Oaks, Tarzana, Encino, there ain't no recession going on. They upper middle class and they I guess you could say lower fucking wealthy, you know what I mean? The 6-7 figures. But these housewives ain't going to no recession. They chilling, bro. Even though that could be true, the hardest ones being hit are the 6-figure, 7-figure people right now. You know what I mean? Because they're the ones that own their businesses.
Yeah.
And they ain't make all the little dope ass they call it gaudy little furniture stores on Ventura Boulevard right now that say $20,000 couches. They closed right now.
Yep.
And nobody buys furniture. Only people want to fill them, right? You want to fill the furniture, right? You want to live in a little bit. Nobody buys furniture, even though we just bought another mattress right now. That works out. Just bought a mattress a few days ago. We'll see how it goes.
Surprise!
Midnight. It's midnight. Look at us go. We went a little bit, huh?
All right. Well, shit.
Glass slipper time, baby.
Man.
Click clack.
Y'all be safe out there. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you guys have any suggestions, topics that you guys want us to talk about, make sure you guys leave it in the comments. We'll be sure to get back to you guys and use those on our next episode. Appreciate you guys. Got those out.
Got those out.
No more drinking my cup, goddamn.
My shit's empty.
I'm already done. All right, one.
Yes, sir.
All right, man.